The old double flap.
Hey guys, I'm Riley from the OK Off-road Mower team. I'm going to be the one going over how to build an off-road mower. I'm going to be starting with a 90s Craftsman. This is an LT1000. Has a 12.5 horsepower engine and a 5-speed. I believe it's an 800 series Peerless transaxle, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. I'm going to get right into what I did on day one, stripping it down. So let's get into that. Alright, day one's pretty simple. It's a lot of taking shit apart. I started taking the hood off, disconnecting the battery, and pulling it out along with the battery box. I disconnected the fuel tank and pulled it off along with the fuel lines. And I undid a lot of the wiring. There's a few sensors you're going to want to take out: the deck, the seat, and the clutch. Those all don't need to be there, nor do the wires. So I pulled those off. I suggest you do the same. And that's all I did for day one. So it's not too much, as I said, but it's a lot of getting your hands dirty and grinding out. This shit's pretty damn dirty. So as you guys can see, I started taking all this stuff off, disconnecting all the wires. That's all going to be coming out, like I said, for the pressure washing, so I can clean all that off. Like I said, it's a 5-speed, 90s Craftsman. Nothing too crazy. We're going to be building this into a secret compartment. Nothing secret about it, but be a nice compartment to hide your goodies in.
That's a good time. So we'll clean that up, continue on.
Alright, day two's been killing it. A lot of taking apart. Garage is a mess right now, so I'm gonna go take everything to the cleaning place, get it all pressure washed, get everything on the down low all cleaned up. Remember to drain your oil first, and then pull out your engine, and then also remember to throw your bolts back in your engine, and you'll never lose them. Same with your transaxle. Always put your bolts back where you pulled them out. Alright, I'm gonna go get this cleaned, and then I'll be able to work with some fresh meat. Alright, as you guys can see, frame's nice and cleaned up. All inside there, looking nice and tidy. I removed the deck engagement lever and all the linkages between that. Removed a lot off the frame. There's a lot of linkages and brackets and whatnot that don't need to be there. So that's what she looks like, all cleaned up. We're just cutting off some brackets. So snowplow brackets, they go up front. Then I'm going to start removing some of these old brackets used for deck engagement and lifting and whatnot. So I don't need that kind of stuff. Once we get that stuff sorted out, I'm going to start working on this front axle, or at least getting it tidied up. And then I'm also going to start wire wheeling down some spots, kind of like so, because I'm going to have to start reinforcing the frame a bit, because it's going to be getting some bigger tires. Alright, so we can dig in on the bottom here. You can see where I started grinding. There's going to be some bracketry in there, some reinforcement to the front I-beam holder. Rest of the frame's looking real clean and whatnot. I like this. I'm gonna have to rebuild the clutch setup, but that should be simple. but we will get to that down the lines. That's what it looks like. Look, even has the old belt set up. Might be similar to that one actually. Alright, here we have the front axle, and here we have the rear transaxle. Transaxle needs to get taken apart and welded, and a new gasket around, put some new grease in it, clean it up, get some hubs made and whatnot. Then that thing can get bolted back in. And the front needs to get all wire wheeled down. The front spindles here need to get reinforced. I gotta raise the center articulation point up, so I'll be welding a nice little gusset system on the top, so the bolt system, main articulation point will be at the top, still center. And then a whole new tie rod and steering setup, and I'll be going over that later once I get to that spot. But for now, I'm gonna start getting this thing cleaned up and maybe start working on this. Let's get to it. Alright, here we go. So, as you can see, still got to make this look nice, but this used to be the center point here, middle of the axle there, and now I'm actually going to raise it up, put it up on the top, weld it up on top there, build some bracing for it so that the articulation point is higher up now in the frame. I haven't touched these guys yet, other than cleaning them up a tiny bit, but I am going to do some gusseting in here to strengthen up these guys, because I've had the spindles bend before. Alright, as you can probably see, it looks a little different now. I've started reinforcing where the front I-beam is going to go in, or the swing beam. I have a piece of angle iron here that's been welded in place, and then a couple pieces in here, and you can see I still got to drill out the holes on both guys, right there and there. And then I'll be able to put the swing beam back in and figure out my steering. That's about all I'm doing for today. That's day 2 done. Just cleaned up the shop, as you guys can see. This is my shop. It isn't actually my shop, it's my buddy Mitch's shop. The house I live at, he's just very generous and lets me work in here and whatnot. Nothing crazy. So I'll see you guys day 3. Peace.